Hello, warriors. Welcome to the U movement. I am B. Welcome to my bathroom. It is the only place that I could think to show you with my props. I've got props today. Woot woot. Here's props to the props. I love using props. But it's the only way that I could think of describing one of the new insights, the downloads that I received yesterday, or was it the day before? I don't know. Recently, about capacity. You know, I've talked in a lot of my videos about toxic relationships and unequal energy and not having reciprocal energy. And this has been my life over and over and over again of being in relationships where people just couldn't meet me where I was. And I experienced so much grief. So many times over and over again, experiencing situations where I was like, why couldn't they love me the way that I loved them? Why couldn't they show up for me the way that I needed them to? Why? It's so sad. It could have been so different. It could have been so much better. Capacity is the lesson that I have learned most recently, and I want to share that with you. And so I've got some props. I'm going to move you over here to my sink here. Okay, so we're going to go up. Sorry, I'm going to bring you down into my sink, and hopefully you're not going to fall over, okay? So if you're like me, and I know these aren't gallons, but this is the closest I can get. You're like a 10-gallon gal or guy, and you were born with a capacity to just love like there's nobody's business, just so much love going on there. And you go through life and you're like, I've got so much love to give and I just want to share it with everybody. And then you meet yourself a 3-gallon partner. I know these aren't gallons, but we're going to just go with that for now, okay? And so you've both got, you know, a little bit of energy on the go, and your 3-gallon partner has had a really bad day, and they've lost a whole bit of energy, and they're low and flat, and you're like, it's okay. It's okay, my darling. I love you. I'm going to fill you up. I'm going to fill you up with all my energy. I got so much love to give. Oh, dear God. All of that is spilling all over the place. Oh my God, I'm giving you so much love. I'm dear, you can see here, it's just a mess. And you're like, oh dear, now I'm feeling a little tired. I'm feeling a little depleted. Do you think maybe you can give me some of that love back? And they're like, yeah, sure. I can give you some love back. And you're like, whoa. That's not very much. That wasn't very much. Well, I can't give you any more. I can't give you any more. If I give you any more, I'm going to have none left. But I have so much love to give you. Oh, dear. Then they go, I've had another bad day at work. I've had another stressful moment. Look, I got nothing left in me. Can I have some more of your love? Oh, sure, honey. I love you so much. I'm going to give you so much of my love. I'm going to give you so much. Oh my God, I'm going to give you so much love. Oh shit. I'm like really depleted. Can you give me some of that back? Oh sure, I'll give you a little bit back. There, that's about as much as I'm willing to give you because, you know, I got to hold on some of my own. But wait, my energy is running out. I'm getting close to burnout. You sure you don't have anything more? No, I got to hold on to this. I got to hold on to this because I'm going to go and I'm going to have another stressful event. Oh, fuck. I'm not managing my own energy very well here. I've got nothing. Can you give me some? Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Sure. I'll give you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, dear. Let's see here. I'm totally drained. I got nothing left. I'm exhausted. I got nothing left. You got anything to give me? Yeah, sure. I'll give you a little bit. There you go. That's all I'm going to give you. Okay. So here we have a dysfunctional cycle. So what is the lesson in this is we can't expect a 3-gallon person to hold all of the love that you have to give. Is going to spill out. They don't have the capacity for it. They don't have the capacity to hold space for you, to hold you in your fullest. They just don't. And then when you look for reciprocal energy, they just don't have the capacity to give you all that you need. So the only thing you can do is say, okay, look, you know what? I don't think that this is good. We're not resonating in a state of equality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do some self-love here. And I'm going to fill myself all back up again. And I'm going to let you figure out how to manage your own energy by yourself. Way over there, I'm going to create a healthy boundary. You're not even in my little sink anymore. I'm going to get rid of you because my energy is so precious. I'm going to fill myself up. I'm going to fill myself up and keep filling myself up, actually. I'm going to keep filling myself up. I'm going to fill myself up so much that, like, it's not leaning in the right direction here, but that I can, like, spill out onto other people and still fill myself up more when I need. I'm going to just keep on filling myself up. And those that are constantly on the take from me aren't going to be in my little boundaries here. Look at my boundaries. I got nice, strong boundaries, so that those that for whatever reason can't manage to fill themselves up or manage their own energy aren't in here with me. I'm going to be in here all by myself, handling my own capacity and keeping myself full. And wait, I'm going to wait in my little safe space here because I'm safe. I'm going to wait until I meet another 10-gallon person. Right? So make sure that the person that you're with, if you're a 10-gallon person, make sure you're with a 10-gallon person. And if you're not with a 10-gallon person, maybe they're not your person. Maybe they can't meet you in the same depth. Maybe they can't meet you and hold space for you that to the amount that you need. So a lot just spills over and gets ignored and gets rejected. And, you know, you're asking for things and you're saying, my needs and listen to me. And so you don't need to plead or beg or anything else because it's not their fault. That they're a 3-gallon person. That's their responsibility. You're not responsible for their emotions or anybody else's. You're responsible for you to keep yourself full as much as you possibly can. So that's our lesson today, is all about capacity and understanding we can send love off to those that are 3 capacity people, 1 capacity people, 5 capacity people, but we can't expect that a 5 capacity person could possibly fill us up because they don't have it. So I've described this before as in the game of fish, as in, you know, if you're looking for compassion and they're not able to give it, that is, you know, do you have any compassion? Do you have any 2s? No, sorry, got no 2s. If they don't got it, they can't give it. So it's our job, and I'm going to lift this back up here. It's our job now, more than ever, with all the energies that is happening, coming into us, that we take care of ourselves and keep ourselves as full as possible. And what does that mean? What does self-care even mean? It means convalescence right now. It means rest right now. It means nutritious foods right now, getting your greens into you right now, taking the time you need to process so that if you have been in an unequal energetic situation, that you are giving back to yourself everything that you can need and filling yourself up to absolute fullness. And, you know, that means processing through the grief, because the grief is all that water that spilt out and went down the drain. All the potential that you saw, it just went down the drain. And you got to cry over what was and is what you thought there was the capacity because you were seeing them through the lens of your own capacity. And so it's okay if you're grieving the loss of what went down the drain. I promise you, all of those tears that are expressed out will eventually run out, and then when they do, you won't be it won't be spilling out of you anymore. Won't be spilling out of you anymore. So yes, that's today's video on capacity. If you have any questions or you're struggling to break free of toxic trauma bonded relationships, codependent patterns, any of these types of things, and you would like to book an appointment with me to have a one-on-one talk about the best way to navigate through the pain of letting go something, because first and foremost, we need to see and we need to recognize that we're not the same. And that's why truth hurts. Truth is painful. And you deserve a 10-gallon person if you are a 10-gallon person. And I'm more than happy to hold some space for you and help you navigate through, especially if maybe even this person was purposefully and manipulating the situation, saw from you, oh, this person is a way to constantly fill me up, and I'm just going to keep taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and taking because, I like to be full. Is what I do, and that is what like narcissistic energy is. They just keep siphoning from you, and so energetic vampires don't always have to be obvious. Energetic vampires can be energetic leeches or energetic lice, where they're just nibbling away at you in little bits at a time, but there's nothing coming back, and then again you're going to wear yourself out. You're going to get sick. Because you're constantly pouring into them, and you're going to get physically ill, emotionally unstable. The stress hormones are going to keep you going, and then eventually you're going to absolutely burn out. So I don't want to see that happen, and I want to help fill you up the best that I can. So I do have a playlist on narcissistic abuse and recovery. I do have a playlist on trauma recovery, because this, being in this state here, is traumatizing. And if you've been doing this your whole life, that is a cycle of re-traumatization and reenactment of relationship dynamics that is going to constantly put you in a state of... It's sad. It is sad. It's very sad. So while I'm digging on my props, it is a sad story that I'm talking about today. But I wanted to show you that because maybe the visual will help you know that if you're burnt out, and if you lost something that was not reciprocal, and if you got sucked into an energy where an energy vampire was like draining you dry, it's not your fault. You can't take it personally. If they just don't have the capacity that you have, okay? You can't. So you were born of this world, 10-gallon as a light worker, star seed, twin flame, empath, sensitive, neurodivergent, any of that. You were born like this, okay? And so you can't take it personally that somebody else doesn't have the capacity. Now, that's not to say that somebody who's like this doesn't have the possibility of becoming like this, but to go from this to this requires looking within and doing the self-healing work and growing as a person. So personal growth is always possible. A 2 or 3 gallon person can become a 10-gallon person through healing work, in whatever way that works best for them, so doing the shadow work, doing the inner child work. I do have playlists for both of those. And if you are one of these people and you're saying, listen, I really wanted... I just want to like break some of these things. I'm identifying in myself that maybe I've not been living my life in the nicest way possible. And perhaps, I've been a little bit on the take. I've lied and I've cheated and I've manipulated and I've not exactly done the right things, but I want to change. I want to understand why I do those things, because the reason why that you do those things is not because you don't have as I said, the possibility, there's always the possibility to become 10-gallon person, but because of trauma, it held you encased and held you, you put protectors around yourself, and I'm just going to take, because it's easier to do that than it is to feel this pain and suffering. So a lot of people, because of trauma, they limit their own personal growth. They limit themselves. They rob from themselves the opportunity of self-growth, self-development, self-awareness, self-care, self-compassion, self-forgiveness. And all of those things are the things that you need to grow and grow and grow and grow in spiritual maturation. So you too could become a 10-gallon person. So please check out the playlists if you're needing some help in either energies that you might be in. And boundary up, people. This energy that we are in right now is forcing a lot of us to spend time on our own. I'm going to move this around so you can see me better. Some time on our own, doing the inner child work, doing the healing work, doing the protective care work, so that we can learn to be in our own energy and learn that we don't need to be in this give and take situation. What we can be is two 10-gallon people, each filling themselves up, and then when some needs a little bit or another little bit, that it's not a lot taken out, because if you have learned how to self-care, self-love, then self-care, self-love, we're giving to ourselves more and more. So right now we're in a period of isolation and loneliness, yes, hermiting, but that's because we're filling ourselves back up. And so we need to learn how to do that without the hooks of requiring other people, the transference of energy from other people. We have to learn to take it directly from source, okay? Directly from source. So meditation, get out walking, do anything that you can do to fill yourself up. Thank you, and thank you for all the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, the supers, the donations. I will see you when I see you next. I'm sending you all my love, but not so much so that I'm depleted, because I'll just return to source and fill myself back up, because peace in, peace in, peace in.